In order to have payment plans configured for your system, there's two settings that you need to make sure that are turned on in order for payment plans to be available. First, it can be found under the ASAP account page. To get there, just click on Get Help and ASAP account. You'll need to make sure that the recurring billing module is turned on. If it's not, an ASAP support person can have that turned on for you. The other location that you need to have turned on in order for you to have payment plans available in your system is under the Configure Preferences area. From there, there will be a checkbox you'll need to make sure is turned on called Allow Payment Plans. Once that's set to yes, you'll have payment plans configured in your system. Now let's set up your default payment plan settings. When you or your students choose to put an invoice on a payment plan, these settings will determine what that plan looks like. First, you'll need to go to Find Time Periods, and you'll need to click Edit link next to the time period you want to configure the payment plan for. There are 6 fields on the time period page that have to do with payment plans. Let's go over each of them. First one is payment plan months. This is how many monthly payments that you want to allow in your plan. You can enter up to a maximum of 20 months per payment plan. The payment plan start date is the first date that the payment plan is charged. If you have a deposit also configured, the deposit is counted as the first payment date. If you want the next payment date to be in the future, you must set the start date into the future. Payment plan deposit fixed, and we'll also go over payment plan deposit percentage. So this is the amount that you're requiring when you're requesting an initial payment on the payment plan. You can have a fixed amount, or you can have it percentage based off the total amount due on the invoice. The payment plan fee is a fee that will be added in addition to the total amount of the invoice. You can have it set up for either a flat rate indicated by dollars, or you can select a percent amount and indicate a payment plan fee percentage based off the total amount due on the invoice. The last part is the GL account for the payment plan fee. Now that you have your payment plan configured, you can start putting any unpaid or partial invoices in your account on a payment plan. Here we have an unpaid invoice as an example. From this page, you'll need to select Actions, Put on Payment Plan. This will redirect us to a new page based off the configuration settings that we have in place on the time period of the items found on the invoice. Let's go over each of the different sections here. First one is the number of payments. This will determine the total number of payments that will be found on the invoice. In this case, I have it selected as 5. Remember to note that the deposit is also counted as one of the payments. If I want to change this number, I can just scroll up. Once done, click on Update, and the invoice payment plan will update to show now 6 payments. If I want to change the starting date, I can also do this as well. If I want to change the deposit amount, this would be the amount that will be charged at the initial time of payment. Payment type offers 2 different selections. I can add a new card, or I can charge the invoice. Let's go over each of them. Adding a new card will add a saved card to the customer's account. You can choose to do so by clicking on here, and a new information will pop up. All you'll need to do is just fill out the information found here, click on Save Credit Card, and it'll show up as an option under that drop-down. If the student elects to use their own Save Credit Card, you'll want to make sure that you add the new card to the account in order for the payment plan to charge correctly. If they elect to instead have an invoice billed to them and sent out to their email address for them to go online and pay themselves, just come here to the payment type selection and select invoice. Once you've had your payment plan all configured, just click on Save Payment Plan and we'll be brought back to the invoice page with the payment plan found at the bottom of the invoice. If at any time you need to edit or cancel the payment plan, you can also do so from this page as well. In order to find this information, you'll just need to select on Actions, and we'll be given a couple different options to either cancel the payment plan or edit the payment plan. Selecting Edit the Payment Plan will bring us back to the previous page that we had worked on that allowed us to set the payment plan up to begin with. From here, I can make any edits such as change the number of payments, reselect if I want to have a save card instead of billing to invoice, and edit the starting date as well. If I decide I no longer want this invoice to have a payment plan on it, I'll need to select Actions, Cancel Payment Plan. Confirmation pop-up will indicate if I want to make sure to confirm the cancellation of the payment plan. Selecting Yes will remove the payment plan from the invoice.